Hi guys, what's up? This is me, Landon, and today I'm going to be going over the deck that I used to get third place at Philly Regionals, and that is BuzzRoc Lycanroc. This deck is kind of, I know some people were talking about it at the start of the season, but a lot of people have kind of wrote the deck off, and I kind of want to show that the deck is, it's still pretty insane. Macargo is really good in this deck. The ability to just kind of search for whatever you want every turn is pretty broken because you play 3 Professor Kukui and you play 4 Lily actually, so you can almost always draw into what you need. And against certain matchups like against Baby Buzzwole, you actually won't play many items, so that's probably a 55-45 matchup, and you can just use Lycanroc late game, and Lycanroc will normally take you like about 2 or 3 prizes because you're playing one DCE, and you can just kind of search that out whenever you need it because of Macargo's Smooth Over. So this list is a little bit different. It plays a 3 Brooklet Hill, which is really nice to combat your opponent's shrines, even though some of the time you won't even have GXs out because you'll be using this Buzzwole, which is a really good attacker against the shrine decks too. But I also wouldn't write off using Jet Punch against the shrine decks because that can be really nice too. But this the Buzzwole GX is a lot more there for mid game, where you can B-string onto it and kind of make an unwinnable board for your opponent, where you can set up a Buzzwole GX and a Lycanroc GX, and you can have an attacker no matter what they knock out. So you also are playing 4 B-string. I know some lists are playing 3, but because you have the Macargo to search them out, but most of the time you want 2 or 3 B-strings on the turn that you can B-string, and sometimes you're only going to have 1 B-string turn. So 4 B-string is really nice. It is kind of annoying though when you draw into excess amounts of B-string against Baby Buzz Garbodor decks. And then Diancie, this card is absolutely broken, and it kind of fits this deck together because it just makes your math so much better. Claw Slash can one-shot Baby Buzz. Your Buzzwole GX can hit really good numbers with Knuckle Impact, and Buzzwole and or Baby Buzz and Buzzwole GX can both hit good numbers with their first attacks. And then some other unusual cards. I know Switch has been popping up in some more decks. Switch is really good. Rescue Stretcher is really nice as well because if you prize something, you can get it back. The Rescue Stretcher was originally a 3rd Rockruff, and I think I like the Rescue Stretcher more, but that could be toyed around with a little bit. And then Energy Recycle System is really nice. During the games that you're going to run out of energy, I really like that card. A list like the day before my tournament, we were playing 10 Fighting Energy and not the Recycle System. This was kind of to be like kind of say, hey, I'm not going to play as many items, but I really like Energy Recycle System. I think it's a really good card. Yeah, so it's kind of a weird list, but I think it's really good. I think it has positive to even matchups against the whole field, except for Psychic Attackers and Malamar. I probably would say is a bad matchup. So I'm just gonna go through my Philly Regionals report. So round 1, I played against Vikabulu. I knew him, and he kind of dead draws both games. Game 1, he actually prizes 3 Vikavolt, but my deck sets up like it's supposed to. And then game 2, I kind of just like outspeed him, and I get my board set up, and I win. And then game 2, I play against Ethan, who's on the team. He's playing Baby Buzzwole Garb, and I don't think I played items, and he kind of whiffed on some of the cards he needed. But basically, how that matchup goes is, however many items you play, if you can only play 2 items by the time that you're sledgehammering, you should win the game, because they can't really answer your Buzzwole, which happened in some later games. And I 2-0 him, and then I'm 2-0, and I play against a person playing Ninetales. I'm not really sure how they're 2-0. No offense to the kid. I'm not saying he's a bad player. His deck didn't really get set up. It was actually kind of spicy though, because he had like at least 2 of the Manaphy, where you heal 20 damage from you. So that was kind of cool, but I kind of just swept. The deck is really good at capitalizing on like decks that just can't contest with it, I guess. So I get a 2-0, and then I play against Tanner Hurley, who is the #1 player last year in seniors, and he's playing Baby Buzzwole Garb Shrine. He doesn't really draw that well, and I draw pretty good, and I don't play very many items, so he really just can't do much. So I'm 4-0, and then I play against another Baby Buzz Garb Shrine, and that was the one game that I lost in Swiss, game 1. I misplay. He's at 5 prizes, and I send up a Lycanroc for the knockout, not realizing that he can Sledgehammer it next turn. I'm out of my Sledgehammer, and I've already used my Beast Energy, so I'm going to have a hard time getting the knockout. Because I normally don't swing around unless it's a one-hit KO, because I don't like to flip coins. So I lose game 1 because of that misplay, and then game 2 is kind of, I don't think it's that close, but I win. And then game 3, I get like a perfect hand, and he just like draws dead, so I win that. So I'm 5-0, and then I'm the only 5-0 because the other 2 5-0s actually ended up tying. So I play against a kid that's 401 with Vika Bulu, and I'm gonna be honest, the kid just didn't get set up. I'm not sure how good of a player he was. Not saying that he's a bad player. I'm just saying I kind of just swept the board. He was playing a 101 Sceptile, which was kind of scary, but the game he got it set up, it didn't really do much. But yeah, he kind of just didn't like strong charge to the right Pokemon. He game 1 he almost Volknered and then Cynthia'd twice, but I caught him both times. I'm like, it would have been pretty bad, but you should always catch your opponent on those honest mistakes, and it's something that makes you on edge more, I guess. But I would definitely do that. It's the right thing to do. And then I'm 6-0. Alright, yeah, so I win that pretty easily because he kind of just dead draws, and then I'm 6-0, and I play against Raymond, and we just ID because I'm 6-0 and he's 501, so we're both guaranteed cut either way. So we just ID, and so I'm going in first seed. I'm feeling pretty confident because I only dropped 1 game, and that was to misplaying. I didn't draw too well that game either. So in top 8, I play against Baby Buzzwole Garb Shrine. Baby Buzz Garb Shrine. And game 1, I have to play some items. It's really close, and then he has 90 on his Oranguru and a Trubbish on his bench. The only way I can win the game, or if he basically just Guzma's next turn for knockout, and I'm pretty sure he has it in his hand, so I'm like, there's no way that I'm gonna win without doing this. So I need Buzzwole GX, Beast Energy, or I need Beast Energy Guzma. So I Brooklyn Hill for my Buzzwole, and then I Smooth over Beast Energy, and then I have an Instruct for 3. So I draw into the Beast Energy, Instruct, draw into DC. I'm like, alright, cool, I lost the game. And then the third card is a Guzma, and like a 25 card deck with 1 Guzma left. I'm like, how did that just happen? It was really crazy. So I win game 1, and then game 2, I play a lot of items, and he beats me pretty convincingly, and yeah, I have 6 items in my discard pile. I need to Ultra Ball onto, so I need Ultra Ball for a Lele, because that's the only thing that can live a hit, because he's at 1 prize with a Garbodor active, but he has 3 Rainbow in his discard pile, and 4 Guzma. So if I kill the Garbodor, I think I win. So I Ultra Ball for the Lele, and then I'm at 7 items, and then I realize I need to switch, so that'd be at 8 items, and then I realize that I've played all 3 of my Brooklyn Hills, and Shrine of Punishments is in play, so he would get exact knockout with Lele, because he had also played all of his choice bands, so I didn't think there was any way for him to win. Because my plan was to go Buzzwole, use my Buzzwole GX on the bench that has 1 energy on it, and then Cynthia into an energy attach, and then get another energy next turn and Guzma, and kill the Garbodor, but it doesn't work out because I realize that Shrine of Punishment will kill me. So I lose game 2, and then game 3 I only play 2 items, and I just kind of win, and that's kind of how the matchup goes. And then in top 4, I play against Zoroark Bayonet. The kid was playing the same 60 that Xander Pero got 3rd at in Masters with. So he kind of just, game 1, I get like an awful hand. I have to Lily for 3 with like Slugma active, and my hand is just absolutely dead, and he just kind of sweeps me in like 3 minutes. And then game 2, I kind of get set up, but I have to Ultra Ball away to Cynthia, and it's, both of the games were just not pretty, and they were over in like 10 or 15 minutes. So I think that matchup is really bad for this deck. I probably didn't play it well either because I wasn't sure what was in his deck, so I probably could have played it better too. But I think if there was one thing that I would add to this deck, I would probably drop the Rescue Stretcher for an Acerola, because an Acerola would be really good in this deck. There are a lot of situations against Shrine decks where if I would have had the Acerola one turn, it would have basically just won me the game. So I think an Acerola would be really good in here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are looking into this deck because I think it really has some good matchups, and I think it only loses to the Malamar decks. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. I might stream this Friday, so look out for that. Bye.